So I used palette 4 to create this makeup look. So if you want to see how I did it, then please keep watching. And please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. This is me doing a going out tutorial. So this will be my routine. I'm completely fresh-faced. I just moisturized and used the Instant Lifting Serum. So I am ready to begin my routine. Because I'm gonna do a more dramatic eye look, I'm gonna wait on putting on my base just in case there's any fallout. There typically isn't, but it's just some people do their eye makeup first for this particular reason, so I'm going to do that today. So I'm starting off with the Victorious Matte Splurge on my eyelids as my primer slash base before I put on any of my eyeshadow. This is just like pretty much skin tone, so it's just gonna get rid of any redness and even out the skin and prevent any creasing. And I'm also going to run this along my lower lash line. So I do think I'm gonna do a more like smoky slash dramatic eye look. So let's start with Arrogant. One of the like matte, like the lighter brown matte shade in palette 4. And I'm gonna put that on the Deluxe Brush. Okay, so I'm gonna put that into the outer V and then bring that all the way in. So this is just to really carve out my crease and just put it into the outer corner. Now I'm going to go in with the Crease Brush, and I'm going to go in with the darker brown color in palette 4, Brave. I'm gonna go right into this outer V. And I just want this to be really precise. Just sort of slowly blending it. Okay, now I'm going to take some of Arrogant on the Crease Brush. I'm going to tap it off, and then I'm going to put that on lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Geek Small Crease Brush, and I'm going to go in with Brave and put this on the very outer corner. And just sort of blend it into the middle. Okay, so now that I have that shape and I still have that blank space inside, I'm going to go in with the color Cheerful towards the outer edge of this open space on the Deluxe Brush and just start to fill it in. Just sort of patting this on. And then without applying any additional product, I'm just sort of blending it into the inner corner. And then I'm going to take the shimmery light blue color called Honest and put that on the inner corner, or the inner half of the lid, sorry. And then I'm going to take some of Honest with my finger and put that on the inner portion of the lower lash line. It's okay if we make a little bit of a mess because we're still going to put on concealer in the rest of our face makeup, so we can sort of camouflage and blend that if we have a bit there. But actually there really wasn't any fallout. All right, so eyes are done. So let's go in now with foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Liquid Touch foundation in my shade, which is Scarlet. I'm just gonna put foundation on the center of my face. Woo, a little bit much there. Okay, well, I'm gonna have some extra. And then using the liquid foundation brush, just buffing this in. I have quite a bit of breakouts. I'm guessing they are stress related, to be honest. So now I'm gonna go in with my Skin Perfecting concealer in Scarlet. Last week I was using this. Well, I use it all the time, but last week particularly, I opened it up and then I was like getting ready and then I was like, oh, I didn't shake it, and it was opened, and I went like and did this, you know, to shake it, and threw foundation all over the place on my LuLaRoe, however you say that, leggings, on my shirt, on my rug. Oh yeah. It's really hard to get foundation out of clothing if you've ever tried. All right, so I am going for my under eye area to lighten and brighten. I'm taking it a little bit into the inner corner because I get some darkness in there as well. And I'm not gonna take it too close to my eyeshadow because I'm gonna put powder there as well to set this, and I don't want to cover up much of the eyeshadow that's there. And then any spots, let me choose which spots. There's a monster there, there's some here. So I feel like the hardest things to conceal are the ones that are still like bumps, you know, because it's really hard to conceal something that is a texture issue. Like dry patches can be tricky, and like any type of blemish that is like really raised off the skin can just be, it's just harder to conceal because it's, you know, it's raised off the skin, so it's a little bit trickier. So I really like to pat this with my finger and then just sort of blend it in. This does look kind of stark on me because I used, like it's pretty full coverage right now. So what I will do is add some some bronzer, just a little bit, to just warm up my face and make this seem less dark. But this is actually, I feel like it looks worse on camera because this is actually the color of my skin, so It might look stark, but it's correct. But of course I have no blush or anything on. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder. I have Organza. These run a little bit light. Yeah, so I did Organza, which is one color up from Scarlet, so that it wouldn't be like too light. I'm just doing this on my T-zone, which is where I might get oily or where I might lose some of the coverage and over any of the blemishes that I concealed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with my angled brush. So this doesn't have any eyeshadow on it, but what I wanna do is just sort of blend out the eyeshadow a little bit, because it looks, because I put foundation on after I did my eye makeup, it looks like really defined, and I just wanna blend it out so it's a little bit more, I don't know, like a little bit more subtle. So I'm just gonna go along the edges with this, and it has no additional makeup on it. I'm also going to go down a little bit on the lower lash line as well, just to sort of redistribute it and lighten it up a little bit. So it doesn't look quite as stark. All right, brows. They make such a difference. All right, so I'm gonna go in on the underside. So I use the brow pencil in dark. Just sort of draw in the beginning. And then fill it in, and then I go through with the spoolie to just sort of even it out and distribute it. And if you get a little too heavy-handed, the spoolie will help to like even it out a little bit. Brow done, brow not done. OMG. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the bronzer and my blusher brush. I'm using Sunset, it's the lightest bronzer. And I'm gonna do that along my cheekbones. Jawline. Hairline. Just to warm it up a bit. Down onto my neck a little bit. My blusher in Sweet. It's like my favorite go-to blusher. It's like a nice sort of like peachy pink. Makes me look a little less dead. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner in Perfect, which is black, the pencil liner. And I'm going to line my upper lash line. Just a nice thin line right along the lashes. So if you notice that your line usually comes out too thick, I love these pencils, first of all. These are really affordable and they're really nice. Like they're very soft. You don't have to like push hard to get them to, you know, get the color payoff. But just do it like you're doing, like you're filling in your lashes almost, okay? So you're going so close to your lashes, you're at like the base of your lashes. Just sort of like slowly penciling across. I feel like that's the best way. And I know I hold my eye and some people say you're not supposed to and you're probably not, but that's the way I started doing it and I've been doing it since 6th grade. So the odds of me changing that are pretty slim. Around our eyes is quite fragile and I don't want to have more fine lines, but it's a little late for that. Okay, so I'm going to go along the lower lash line very lightly, only like the outer corner. say it's like the outer like third, and then blend it out. Just to give some definition to the lower lash line, but not like a stark line. All right, now for mascara. I'm sure you guys have been noticing that I've been slightly obsessed with Plush. I just think it's so great. It's so like reminiscent of the 90s. It's such a like awesome, like cool toned. So it's a lip liner. So I line and fill in my lips, and then I just use a lip bonbon, like a tinted moisturizer type thing over top of it. All right, so this is the finished look. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Palette 4 is really beautiful and it's a lot of fun to play with. So thank you so much.